All right, I think this thing's working now because I got like a prehistoric setup. But anyway, um, I I don't want to say I jumped to the dark side because, like I said, I've played strat baseball and hockey for like 30 years, and up until about 3 months ago, I didn't play anything else. Two conventions later, here I am. So we went to a football themed convention last week in Canton, Ohio, with the boys, and I want to thank Jeff and all his APBA pals for hosting a great time at Canton. It was phenomenal. The staff was great. They fed us lunch every day, and I met some amazing people. I've hooked up with some old amazing people. I want to say old, but I met them a couple months ago. So we have this community of people that is absolutely amazing, and they're always helpful and grateful and super generous. And I made it a point this time to try to learn more games while I was there, because at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. So, uh, I don't. For me anyway, it's not about like being super competitive at this point. I just want to learn the games because I'm at that stage now in my life where I just want to absorb as much as I could before I get old, really old, and forget about stuff. So that's the plan. So my second day in, I was introduced to APBA Football by my buddy George. Shout out to George up in Toronto. Uh, George showed me APBA Football, but however, uh, in the middle of the game, of course, our pal Vinny jumped in and played against me. And when I saw Vinny taking it all in and learning it as I was, that really intrigued me to learn the game. And then on top of that, the APBA Football was the only football game that, even though I wasn't cross referencing with the charts and all that, I felt like I had a quick connection to it where I was just look at the numbers, look at the chart, look at the numbers, look at the chart. You roll two dice. You don't have to. You don't have to. There's not six dice, and each dice means something. And no disrespect to any of the game creators, but that sometimes confuses me. And if I don't play it all the time, I forget steps and I miss steps, and I take away from the integrity of the game. So with that being said, I liked APBA, and immediately that night, well, before that, I approached Jeff before we broke off for the second day, and Jeff Giordano, the APBA Football Club. I said I said, well, thanks. Now I want to learn this game. I want to play this game. You have any advice for me in terms of what I should buy? And he said, well, I would buy a starter set from either 94, 95, or 96 if you could, and don't spend a lot of money for it. And he gave me some tips on how to get that. So I did that, and then so I bought. I believe this is 96, and then I found for eBay on 15. For 15 I will open this too, but I opened it. It was in shrink wrap, but this is the Pro Bowl 2000 edition of the game, um, and it was $15 on eBay. It was no, the shipping was free, and it went to a charity. So I was like, you know what? Even if I only play the friggin' thing once, this set once, I mean, at least, um, I got my money's worth. And of course, our buddy Ryan came up from Philly the other day, and he lent me, I believe it's the 99 or the 2000 set of APBA Football. So now I have a couple of teams. I got the Pro Bowl, and I got a set to rock with. So I think for the next couple of Sundays, this is gonna be my jam. I'm gonna put the red zone on, and I'm gonna, instead of laying on the couch like a bum, I'm gonna go and rock out some APBA Football and learn. And I can leave it on my table. I got a 3-foot card table here because I live in a very small apartment, and I feel like this is perfect for me. Or I could play it on my kitchenette little table bench over there, but it has all my crap on it. So either way, I have the room to do it, because it takes all the cards, and I'm not going to do setup now. I just want to do an unboxing of a old slash new set. So let's open up a set. We'll open up the main set first. So what APBA does is it includes all. They give you a couple of teams from that season, whatever you bought the game, and maybe I just should have opened this. No, but it was in really good shape, and I got a really good deal on it. Of course, the Postal Service sent it to Jersey, then they sent it to Massachusetts, and then they sent it back to Jersey, to Brooklyn, and here we are. I got it yesterday, and here's your game board. And I think this was the selling point for Jeff, because I could put it's a really nice, it's a old school hard gaming board, and I could put the ball, I have like a football, you could put, the timer and all that. So that's pretty cool. Another selling point that Jeff was telling me about are these charts, because I have Victor's buddy Victor, aka Plastic Jesus. I have Vic's his stands, his plastic stands, and I strongly suggest you hook up with him if you want your like custom stands and stuff for your cards holders. And these are the charts that you would use for the when you cross reference it. So there's so you got your outside running play, your long pass play, your short pass play, and of course they're reversible and they're nice. It's a nice hard solid cardstock, and it's got all the symbols and the abbreviations of all this. Because again, like when George was showing me the game, he was cross-referencing the chart, and then when Vinny jumped in, can I get this in focus? Is this in focus? I don't even know. The camera's pretty old, so I apologize for that, but it works. But anyway, the abbreviations are all here, which I think is cool. And you just gotta flip them. So A1, A2, B1, B2, C1, C2, and then I got stands now for all these charts. The company's been around since 1951. They were based out of Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Now they're in Alpharetta, Georgia, which is about an hour outside of Atlanta. Multi-league incorporated. Okay, these are all the original paperwork it came with. So let's take a look at this. Football fan, blah, 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 blah. The 1995 season. So this is the 95 set, not the 96 set. I apologize. So you get the roster sheet. It's like, it's like any other game. You get all the roster sheets, and they tell you who your positions are by team, and, what they're, you can go on Football Reference and get all the gimmicks and all the lineups. Here's some APBA. Register now, get a 6-team upgrade. No, I can't do that. This set's 30 years old. This is absolutely in very cool condition. I'm probably gonna get those charts laminated. I can't do it myself because I don't have my laminator is not that big. Oh, there's the manual. The manual is nice. It's in color. This is cool. This is cool. Lineups. I think the hardest part is the setup. If you listen to Digital to Dice, the last episode, they talk about pre-setup. And someone poked fun at me for having the entire board laid out like I was playing a memory game from the 6th grade. Or the 2nd grade, whatever game that I played that back then. But this is cool. This explains a lot. Explains the whole game, basically. And again, basic, there's an advanced version of this, obviously. The master version. But the basic version, from my standpoint, would cover what I want. I don't have to get into it, and maybe down the line, if I get into a groove and I start playing it more often, maybe I will learn the advanced master version. The problem is the teams are so expensive, and this is not I'm not dogging APBA, but that's probably the one knock on them is like their cards are so expensive, and to play devil's advocate, every player is carded. So if you buy a set, depending on I know someone told me when they bought hockey and all the players are carded, it comes out to 10 cents a card, and I'm like, well, what if I don't want to? You see, the thing is too, I would probably get full seasons because there's 4 or 6 seasons of my Vikings that are really, the 4 Super Bowls that they were in, and then there are 2 or 3 seasons where they were amazing. I don't want 98. I don't want to rehash that, but they were amazing in 98. I'd like to play that season again. They were good in 2009, I think. Unfortunately, when Brett Favre was their quarterback, and they had another good season in 2017. So I mean, there's so many good seasons that they played in that I would be able to, do that well, right? So anyway, let's keep going here. I don't want to bore you guys with my nonsense. This is a scoreboard. I'm sorry, the score sheet. I can't even talk. Get it right, Ray. Get it right. I don't know if I'll use this. First of all, because it's yellow now. There are other score sheets that I've seen. You guys, the community has been amazing. If you go on social media, Facebook's got some cool APBA football groups. I know Delphi on the message boards. They got some APBA folks there. APBA folks. There's no listen. That's another thing too. Like this whole APBA versus Strat deal that went out the window with me 3 months ago. I never even had I never disliked APBA. I just learned Strat. I never, even though APBA's been around a little longer. And there's really the folks that play this game. I met a few new ones over the last weekend, and then like I said, the football club guys, and they have home brews, and there's one particular person who does replays and the referencing he does, this guy Ogard62, I think it's ogard62.net. He has an amazing website, a tutorial how to play the game. He goes step by step, and it's awesome. And then he goes into replays, and his research is insanely deep. It's in depth, and it's really, really cool how he has it all set up. And I watched his videos. There were like, I don't know, over a dozen of them that he has. Like, they're like anywhere between 2 and 8 minutes each. And our buddy Dave from Digital Dice, he also has a nice setup on his YouTube page on how he sets up his gaming for APBA Football. So here is the score sheets. Maybe I'll scan them and do it like that because they're like yellow now. I'm not a big fan of really small dice, right? So I may or may not use the small. I like the bigger dice, but I do like these little dice cups. I know the older APBA sets have like the hard cardboard, but these are pretty cool. And they have little place thingies for you to keep track. And like I said, here's the tracker for the board. I'm sorry. Here's the tracker for the board. All right. They got a little football. Oh, look, little football. Remember Ace Ventura? Laces out. All right. And like these are their dice, right? So it's usually it's a red. It's always a red and white one. The red is usually bigger than the white. I don't know. I don't like small dice, but maybe I'll use them. Who knows? I'm definitely going to use the cup so I can keep it nostalgic. But I like the bigger dice. I don't know. This whole, I guess that's how I am. But I'm not opposed to. Oh, get the football in there. Get that back in there. I don't want to lose. I lose stuff like all the time. So let's get that sealed. Okay. All right. Is there anything in here? No. So okay, it's blocked off. Okay. All right. Okay. So here are the cards. Before we get into the cards, let's get into let's see what's. Oh, these are like out. Why are these out? Oh, they don't have. Maybe they were out of the envelope. All right. Hold on a minute. This is. Who is this, by the way? That's Philadelphia. These are your play cards, by the way. These are your play cards when you're playing face to face, right? And you have to, these are these are not even. He didn't even open these. Like these are still attached. So this is cool. I did buy baseball card like plastic holders. Like when you get a card and you want to put it in plastic real quick before you get it graded. I bought a box of those. I'm going to put all of these in plastic like I do with the hockey. This way I can just, and I may even put, like when I use Ryan's cards, maybe I'll put those in plastic too so I don't mess them up. But here you go. Put that in there. So this is Philadelphia. And this is, all right, Philadelphia and Buffalo. All right, so this is the 1995. These are the cards right here. I love these cards. And I've always said that. I always like they're like playing cards, and some of them sometimes have designs like this. But I do love them, and it's for me anyway. I wish Play had bigger cards for their hockey, in football, but I understand why they do it the way they do it. But these are just really cool, and they're already cornered. And I mean, it's a nice card stock too, so I understand why they're the pricing, but I just can't. I really want to buy like 2 or 3 sets right now, and I can't afford it. So I'm gonna wait till money's a little better. So that's Buffalo. Let's see if I recognize any Philadelphia. Philadelphia. Oh, look, they have like a little. I didn't see that. That's pretty cool. So they usually come. Some of them come with college teams too. Let's see. Let's see if I can recognize anybody here. 95, right? I have no idea. Let's see. These are all defensive guys, right? No, they're receivers. Jim Kelly. Oh no, that's Buffalo. Jim Kelly's on Buffalo. I think these are in the wrong gimmick. Thurman Tom. Oh, this is the Buffalo Bills. They had him in the wrong. Derek Holmes. Oh yeah. So these are like this guy had him backwards. So let's fix that with the quickness here. Let's see. All right. So that's Philadelphia. Yeah, but this is let's see. Let's go through these. Kevin Johnson, Mike Mamula, Bill Romanowski. Yeah, these are Philly guys. I know Bill Romanowski. Brooks, McIntyre, McKenzie, Swain, Rodney Pete. Yeah, these are the Philly. These are the Eagles, man. Rodney Pete, Barry Wilburn, Steve Tasker, Andre. Oh, wait a minute. These are like all. Oh, I have to go through these because this guy has them all messed up. Because there's Andre Reed in here, and all right. So I'll do that off camera, and I will split those up. Thank God I have the roster sheet. And I don't see a Buffalo card like this, so I have no idea what that is. So yeah. So that's the set, man. That's the set I'm going to start off with. And let's look at this real quick, and then won't bore you guys anymore. But this is the Pro Bowl edition from 2000, and it even comes with its own setup and rules, and it comes with its own dice. And see the same thing as the 95 set here, the base set. Okay, and then the cards themselves. The cards themselves are gorgeous, by the way. They come in like a little deck. I like the little deck, and the deck was like just like I said, this was in shrink wrap, so I was pretty impressed actually. But check out these cards, man. Check them out. These are dope. Of course, the legendary, my favorite receivers of all time, Chris Carter, Minnesota Vikings. Okay, Mitch Berger, the punter. Put all my Vikings in the front, of course. And arguably the second greatest receiver of all time, Randy Moss, number 84. And of course, one of the best centers of all time, Jeff Christie. Got him and all Pro Bowlers. But some of these cards are gorgeous, man. Isaac Bruce, Orlando Pace, Willie Rowe from the Saints, Larry Allen, Cowboys, Wesley Walls, Carolina, David Sloan from the Lions, Kurt Warner, James Johnson, Brad Johnson, the former Viking quarterback, Marshall Faulk, Stephen Davis, the Beast, Mike Allstott, Kevin Carter, Michael Strahan, New York Giants, Warren Sapp, Jesse Armstead, Derek Brooks, beasts, man, Dexter Coakley, Hardy Nickerson. Hardy Nickerson was an animal. Deion Sanders, primetime. Aeneas Williams, one of the best cornerbacks ever. John Lynch, one of the best safeties ever. He played both safety. I think he played both free and strong safety. Let's see. And then here's some of the AFC guys. Marvin Harrison, Tim Brown, Tony Baselli, Jonathan Ogden, Bruce Matthews, Kevin Mawai from the Jets, Tony Gonzalez, Frank Wycheck, tight end from the Titans, Peyton Manning, Mark Brunell, Edgerrin James, loved Edgerrin James, Eddie George, rest in peace. Let's see, Javon Curse, Trevor Price, Darrell Russell, Peter Boyer, Kevin Hardy, Zach Thomas with another beast. Sam Madison. Charles Woodson, Hall of Famer. James Hasty. Amazing. I think he's going dog on me. Lawyer Malloy. Okay, so, and there you have that. All right, they have the cards. Oh, I missed a card now? I did. Is that Tom Tupa? Damn right it is. Well, I missed the cards. Okay. But it's cool. It comes in like a little gimmick, you know. I like that. Okay, what else is in here? Okay. No, they got the gimmicks in here. And it even comes with its own board. So even if I didn't want to use that board, I can use this board. Which is amazing. It's just like I could take this. I can basically take this on the go if I was like, you know, especially when I go to my mom's for Thanksgiving and I'm sitting there for 7 hours waiting to eat. You know, maybe I'll do that this year. I'll take this to my mom's house for Thanksgiving, and I'll roll a game while I'm waiting to eat. So they have their own Pro Bowl rules, which I do, you know, front and back. Here's the charts. So they even have their own charts. I don't even have to bring my full game. I could just bring this game with some dice and some score. It comes with its own dice. I don't even have to take this thing apart, which is pretty dope, man. Pretty impressed. And I get score sheets. It's almost like a Yahtzee game. Like, you know how you can just, all the crap comes in one box? For $15, you couldn't beat it. You know? So that's probably what Phil's going to do for Thanksgiving. I'm going to go and play as a Buffalo card. I have to split those cards up, man. So whoever did that, I hope all those cards, I don't think all those cards are there. I'm not worried about it because I still have Ryan Tech and Rock too. So, stupid box, come on. So, alright, so there you have it. This is APBA Football, and I will hopefully stream some game playing when I have the Kunyans to actually show everybody how slow I am, because I'm slow on the upkeep. So you guys have a good rest of your day. Enjoy your weekend. It's the last weekend without NFL for several months, so hopefully your team is good. If I don't like your team, even though we'll be enemies for a week. If we play you twice, we'll be enemies twice a year. But go Vikings, go Giants, and go your team. Even though I don't like your team, probably. I hope you have a great football season, and keep mowing them bones. Peace.